Gannett Newsstand database is on the library website under Databases, and it's the third one down right here. Just like all the others, you can open it either by clicking on the icon or on the words. Either one is fine. If you need the passwords at home, the passwords are on the library bulletin board in the folder marked Passwords. The first thing you'll want to do when you get into the Gannett newspapers is to make sure that full text is selected so that you don't get simply citations and abstracts that won't have the full article. So always select that one. And it's time to choose our search. And I'm going to search this time for the topic of book burning. Now, before you finish, Gannett Newspapers, or Gannett Newsstand, has an app that allows for autocomplete. And if you're looking for search terms that you haven't considered, take a look in there, because along with book burning, I might want to use something like book burnings with an S or without the S. Burned books, sometimes people forget to look under that. 1933 book burning. So there's a lot of different choices that come up. So when you're adding your search terms, go slowly and keep an eye on what's happening down below. And I see one that I particularly like. I like book burning and the Nazis because that's what I'm researching, and I'm going to choose that one. When I hit enter, this is my search list. Most of the articles in here will be newspapers. It is the newsstand, and you can tell they're newspapers by this icon right here that tells you it is a newspaper. And over on the right-hand side of the screen are some of the little tools that you can use. You can sort your search results, and you can put them in an order. You can sort them by publication date. You can have the oldest first or the most recent first. I'm going to leave it where it's set now. There's that full text option again if I'm interested in that. It does tell me that all of the sources in this result are newspapers. It is the newsstand. I can go ahead and limit things by publication type if I would like, although all of mine are newspapers. Get rid of that. You can also look for further subjects. If you didn't get enough before, you can limit by Holocaust or museums, and there's that book burning one. There are more options, so go ahead and check that. You can look and limit things by companies and organizations. By choosing any of these, you'll change the results that you have on that came in your search. There's your location. You can change it to the United States if you're interested in that, although I'm not. I like the results that were there in Germany. The Taliban, it says. You can also limit to more recent documents if you would like using that, and you can limit it to language, although everything in this case came out in English. You can even limit it to a certain person. Perhaps I'm only interested in book burning with Adolf Hitler. So those are ways to limit your searches over on the left-hand side of the screen. I happen to think that this second article right here, Why Book Burning, looks like a pretty interesting one. So I'm going to go ahead and open that document. And to open it, it's very easy. You just click right on the title, and the document opens. And there it is. Now, at the top of each one, you'll see that abstract or summary. And that's a brief little synopsis of exactly what's in the article. And I like to read those first so I can see if this article contains exactly what I'm looking for. And this one does. So you can then scroll down, and the full text part of the article begins here. And that's where the whole thing is, just as it appeared in the newspaper when it was printed. One of the nice features in Gannett Newsstand, is the translate. And again, you can change that just like you could in EBSCO. You can translate documents into different languages if you're looking for something in French or Spanish. Another feature that people tend to like a lot is the turn on search term navigation button. And what you can do there is when you touch that, it'll turn on, and you can jump to the first hit. In other words, jump down in the document to the first time your exact search term comes up. Now this is a pretty short article, and you can see that it takes me to where book burning comes up first, which is right here. and I can start reading from there. Shorter documents, maybe that's not such a wonderful thing, but when your document is sometimes 10 to 12 pages long, having it take you directly to where what you're looking for starts can be very, very useful. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice these two little orange arrows. Sometimes this is open and sometimes it isn't. So you'll definitely want to look for those two little orange arrows. And when I open that, one of my other favorite features of Gannett Newsstand is more like this. If this article was absolutely perfect and I liked it, I can see similar documents. And it will download more documents that are just like the one I have. I can preview those documents and see if they're what I would like, and if they are, there's more documents for exactly what I'm looking for. And that's a very, very helpful feature. In fact, in Gannett Newsstand, if you find one article, you're likely to find several. The searching within index terms, of course, is another way to limit things once you get in here, and you can change that. Down at the bottom of the page, all the way down, is all of the information you'll need for your Works Cited page. You have your subject, you have your title, which publication title it came from. This one came from the Spectrum, how many pages long it is, the publication year, and the day that it was printed. The year is there as well. The Gannett Company's name is there, and the country of publication in the United States, and the place, of course, being St. George, Utah. All the information you'll need to include on your Works Cited page. The Cite button is also down here. When you press that, we happen to use MLA, so when you select MLA 7th edition from the menu and hit change, it will change the citation style to that particular format, and this can be copied and pasted right into Noodle Tools, which tends to make life very easy for researchers. And of course, back at the top, the most important things that you want to keep in mind are printing it, and the print icon is right here. Now, Gannett is a little bit different than EBSCO. When you print in Gannett, this will come up. We do want the MLA 7th edition. When you hit continue, it will look like this, and you'll have to hit Control P. So hold down the Control button and P at the same time, and the printing menu will come up, and that is when you can send it to the library copier or from home to the printer that you're choosing. I'm going to cancel that. And then, of course, you'll need to save your document. Hit back to the previous page, and here we are, back to the beginning, and here is where you can export and save a Gannett article to your H drive. Go ahead and hit that. Now, it gives you a list of choices. You can do text only, HTML, or PDF, but if you wait just a moment, it tends to select the one that works best. I do want the full text of the article, and it gives me that option right here. And I do want the MLA, so we'll take that. You're going to go down and hit continue, which is right here. There we go. The little blue dots will go around in a circle. It takes just a moment. And remember, with Word 2013, you have to go all the way to the bottom of the screen to continue saving, and you want that drop-down menu. And hit Save As, not just Save. So we'll hit Save As. And your H drive will come up over here. Select that and make sure you give that document a name that will make sense to you when you go looking for it later. I will call it Book Burning Article. And go ahead and hit Save. To return to your results, you can go ahead and just close out this at the top. It'll take you back to the original article, and of course you want to be careful and not hit the blue arrow up in the corner, but hit back to results, and that will take you back to the original results of your search. And that is how you do basic searching, printing, and saving in Gannett Newsstand.